Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading. Married, single, anything in between for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Ooh, someone's moved on from a situation. This is someone often distancing themselves, or you're dealing with someone long distance here. Ooh, we got someone in their feels though. Someone's distancing themselves from a situation. Yeah, someone has ended a situation. So something has ended. Someone distancing themselves, waiting for things to calm down. Yeah, before starting something new. Beautiful. I actually seen this in the energy update readings I do, a very similar energy. So I see the sun is shining, the start of something new. And we have the Tower. It's sudden, a bit of a shock, surprise. So something happens suddenly, an ending. Yeah, this is someone all in their feels. I see kindness, compassion, someone who cares. But it's someone who's waiting for things to calm down before they start something new. Because it's, like I say, a little shock, surprise. It's where two people obviously connecting here, where someone's left something behind. Yeah, we have the start of something new. It's going to be happy, shock, surprise, though, in some way. Something is going to work out in someone's favor. So this is someone taking things that they're learning and applying it to this situation. We have the start of something new, Empress energy. Definitely high vibrational, positive energy. But yeah, this is something happening suddenly, but it's like a happy surprise. But something has ended. So someone's finding out someone's ended a situation. Yeah, we got a person who's curious. See, still learning, taking things they learned. They still don't know everything, but like I say, there's curiosity. Yeah, it's about two people coming together, a connection. Maybe this connection's already been made, but it's about connecting and coming together. Soulmate, friends first, possibly, or friend of a friend. Yeah, this is someone being cautious, a little careful what they wish for. They're playing it safe. This is someone just waiting for things to calm down, but they're so curious. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at the sun. Yeah, this is someone wanting to lay the foundation. See, it's about coming in right. So they're waiting for things to calm down. It could have to do with themselves or another, what's happened with the Empress. This is often healing, waiting for someone to maybe heal. But this is all about the start of something new. This is, I feel some of you might not see it coming, but yeah, I mean, you could be expecting it if you've already made the connection, but it's somebody who's curious, see, connecting. It's talk, conversation. Someone's being cautious, a little careful what they wish for. Yeah, they're playing it a little safe, but like I say, I feel some of you are about to get something you wanted. Yeah, so you may not see it's happy surprise, something sudden. So there's a lot of happiness. There's an attraction. There's a lot of desire to start this. But yeah, like I say, learning a few things, being calm, and someone coming in right to start it. Some of you might not see it coming, but it could be a connection that was made at some point. But yeah, it is someone ending it. See, it's all about a person rising like the phoenix from the ashes. Something needs to end for something new to begin. So it's like two people kind of connect, come together, conversation, and this is what's going on. So it's all about waiting for things to calm down, someone dissing themselves. Let's have a look at the Page of Swords. Let's have a look at this. Who could this person be? I see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Aries. Yeah, definitely Scorpio. Something is over. Someone didn't get what they wanted. Someone's leaving someone behind here. But let's have a look at the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is someone grounding themselves, being sensible and practical. See, preparing. They're looking ahead, getting prepared. It's almost like somebody wasn't prepared for this, so it's like waiting for things to calm down. It could have to do with work, anything. But it has to do with ending something before something new begins. Yeah. But there's been a happy shock and surprise. This is two people making a connection. So it's about two people coming together. Someone's just getting themselves ready. They're grounded. They're being sensible. They're not rushing in. Yeah, there's definitely that little aha moment where it has to do with seeing some kind of truth, shining a light. Yeah, it has to do with truth and victory. So, but yeah, it's this person having this moment where they know it's a realization. And make sure something is finished first. And it's probably the other person, but because often when you see an Empress, this is someone healing. See, but rising like the phoenix from the ashes, because something is now over. Now the sun is shining. So it's about moving forward. Yeah, look at that. Moving towards happiness and joy, emotional fulfillment. Wow, this is someone coming in right too. They're planting a seed. Oh yeah, there it is. See, this is the masculine going to do it. Now, some of you, I wouldn't be surprised. You may have two people coming in. Some of you could be ending a situation with someone and another new person coming in, especially if you got someone here who maybe is dragging their feet, or, I don't know, someone may be avoiding something. But I really feel it's just someone preparing. It's someone being sensible and practical. So, but like I say, the sun is shining. It's like both people want this, but there was some sort of tower moment. But look at this happy surprise, though. This is someone all in their feels here. It's a person who doesn't want someone to get away, but they're thinking it through. See, they're thinking it through. Someone's choosing their battles, making sure something is over first before they start something new. 10 of Cups, someone putting all the cups on the table. Two people going to talk and have a conversation. I feel the connection's been made, but it's an energy of someone being very cautious, a little careful what they wish for. They're still not sure. They're curious. They're still not sure what's going to happen here, but you can see they're thinking it through. They don't want the other person to get away, though, but they're waiting for someone to heal. They're waiting for this Empress energy, waiting to start this. Yeah, they see the bigger picture, whoever they are. Yeah, it's all about spending time together, doing things together, learning about things have in common. There's so much to know. There's a lot of curiosity. But it's waiting for someone to heal. It's a painful period in someone's life over. Waiting for this to be over, and then two people coming together, spending time together, doing things together. Do you want to do something? Do you want to get together? See, it's an energy of being practical. It's about company, companionship, starting off as friends. See, this person's, what they want is to start off as friends. They are in their feels, but they're being cautious about that. They're just going to keep all their feelings to themselves. This could be somebody who's having that aha. They may be knowing someone has ended it. It could be the other way around. But every ending leads to a new beginning. You can see that. Wow, this person's definitely in a hurry. They want to spend time together. They want to talk. See, doing things together. Do you want to do something? Very positive, very happy person too. But they are thinking it through. See, like I say, they're very excited about this, but they're trying to stay grounded and be practical and sensible. Let's spend time together. Do you want to do something? You're going to go down this path with this person. They are in a hurry, but like I say, they know not to. Yeah, it's opportunity. Some of you may have multiple, the feminine may have multiple opportunities, and that's what this person's seeing. They need to hurry up before this person starts something new. And if this is someone who was about to start something new and then you make a connection, they could decide to end something where they just didn't feel content. They maybe weren't getting what they wanted, whatever the situation. But this is about making a move, gaining momentum. They definitely don't want to drag their feet. They're not dragging their feet. If you've dealt with someone who was, and they held back, they were avoiding. If you have somebody who was avoiding you, you've got another person coming in. This person's in control of their emotions. He's staying in control. They're determined to succeed. Strong mind, strong will. So there is determination for this to go someplace. They want this to go somewhere. They see the bigger picture. But this is someone who already knows what makes them happy. But there's things learning about the other person too. It's all about putting all the cups on the table. Tell me about this King of Cups. They really could be anyone. I see Cancer energy too. Cancer. Yeah. So it's an energy of someone who being cautious. They're keeping things to themselves. This is someone who's fairly content the way their life is, but they're not fulfilled. So that's why I feel they're going to take this opportunity. King of Cups. Yeah, see, this is somebody who definitely longs for love. It's about a bond, a connection between two, but I wouldn't be surprised that someone has moved on from someone. Choosing their battles, ending something before starting something new. Yeah. So if you've been waiting for someone here, that's what they're doing, is ending another situation. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. It could be someone who just doesn't see a future with someone. It's not, maybe not going anywhere, but I say it's someone distancing themselves. Yep, slowing down. Or some of you have had someone who was dragging their feet, moving too slow. You may be the person ending it, because it's an energy of Nine of Cups. It's a person being cautious, keeping things to themselves, but it's often someone who is ending something because they're not getting what they want. They're not fulfilled. So there's that little aha moment, that moment of truth where someone's, and it's someone coming up with an idea too, like this idea. But it's that moment of truth. Let's have a look at that Ace. Yeah, it's definitely somebody working a lot. See, putting in effort, someone focused on work. Could be just waiting for work to calm down or for the other person. But yeah, I think we have, some of you, if you have a choice, you got someone who is maybe a little full of themselves. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have two. You maybe, the feminine could be the one putting on the brakes, taking their power back from someone who drags their feet. They're not putting a lot of effort. They're more focused on work than their love life. But it is about building and working, putting in that effort. So somebody here is definitely going to do that. I wouldn't be surprised some of you are, it's the feminine who's taking back their power, putting on the brakes from another person because someone else is coming in. If you've been dealing with someone who focuses on work and they don't give you a lot of time or attention, yeah, that's where I feel. Yeah, saying to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. You already know the answers you're seeking. I feel, and it could be this person ending something. Like I say, it could go the other way around, but it's saying to trust your intuition. Yeah, something has ended. I do feel it's something personal, something private, but it's having a private conversation. Yeah, this person's, I mean, this is about love. This is a bonded connection, forming a bond, putting in effort. But I wouldn't be surprised someone has ended something before starting something new. And I like that, because that's what you want, is someone who is finished with something before they start something new. So there could be someone just choosing their battles, but this is someone who definitely doesn't want this Empress energy to get away. See, there's stability, long-term stability, partnering up. I guess it's just somebody here trying to be sensible and practical, trying not to rush. But if it is someone who's focused on work and they're waiting for things to calm down at work, if you've been waiting for this person, or you already know that it's, I think some of you, it's a feminine ending this. It's over. It's done. It's like you already know the answers. Or you know that someone has ended a situation, possibly to come towards you. But the Empress is someone with a lot of power here. The Empress is the one in control, so, but I definitely see this person. I mean, I feel they're in control of their emotions. See, they're not letting their emotions rule them, but they want to plant the seed. They want to build the foundation. There's excitement here, but yeah, it's all about just waiting for things to calm down. And then we have the Six of Wands. So we have an energy of someone who's not chasing. So it's an energy of, could be the chaser becoming the runner becoming the chaser, but this is someone planning, preparing, hoping for the best, going into a situation with a positive outlook. See, it's about success and victory. It's just an energy of someone preparing for the best, planning for the worst. They may not get what they want. So it's like plan A, plan B. But yeah, it does look like more like friends first, company, companionship. And this is someone in their feels, how they're feeling. They're keeping their feelings to themselves. So, like I say, they may not say anything that they've ended something, or they know that you have, whatever the situation. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, it has to do with a home. Some kind of excitement, a home, a reason to celebrate. You know, every ending has a new beginning, but this has to do with someone's work, working on their house and home, their financial foundation. So it is an energy of success, planning, preparing, hoping for the best. This person's determined to succeed. Like I feel it's almost like plan A, plan B. Tell me about the Ten of Cups, because it is about the cup. Someone didn't get something they wanted because they were dragging their feet. Now we have another person coming in. So if you have to make a choice, some of you already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah. So every ending has a new beginning. I mean, it could be someone selling a home too. I do see someone selling a home, maybe moving and relocating. Be somebody who's working a lot. They're really busy, waiting for things to calm down. But I still feel there's new, because it has to do with choices in love and going down this path. Somebody making a choice. It's two people choosing each other. It has to do with the new. But it's something happened suddenly, but yet it's a shock surprise. It's happy, where someone feels that, it could be a person who's broke free from a situation. Someone breaking free. Some kind of breakthrough with a tower. But it's planning, preparing, hoping for the best with this high vibrational energy. Wow, let's have a look at the Six of Wands. Yeah, we have someone here who's been just kind of waiting for a situation to come to fruition before starting something new. So it has to do with this person taking the lead. But the Empress is the one in control here. This is definitely someone who, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the feminine too, friends first. But this person's definitely, I feel the connection's been made, but someone wasn't putting in effort because they're working, they're building, maybe their home, or someone is selling and buying a home, something new. So very interesting energy. But it's a person who's kind of looking ahead. I mean, this King of Cups is all full of emotion, and they're just keeping it to themselves. They're not saying anything just yet. But they're excited. They're ready for this new. Tell me more about the Tower. I mean, this is work, business, long-term stability. Someone choosing their battles. So if you've got someone who's choosing their battles or they're not spending time with you, you may be just deciding to put on the brakes and let somebody else in. It's often because it is Mars energy. It is Aries energy. Deciding to put on the brakes because someone's dragging their feet or whatever the situation. But yeah, I feel that we have someone who's now, breaking free from a situation. It's an energy of someone often wanting to play the field. But I feel this is an energy of exploring this. Kind of wait to see what's happening coming to fruition. It's going to come to fruition. Because the sun is shining. It's a person thinking things through. They don't want someone to get away. So they feel like they need to hurry up. But yeah, this person's just waiting. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, they're just looking out there, maybe thinking it's time to get out and play the field a little bit. But yeah, they're not going anywhere just yet. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. This is often someone, this is someone very secretive, things unknown. There's a lot of confusion. So there's a lot of unknown. So some of you could have another person curious in you, and that's why I feel there is another energy. And I do feel it's being open to this new. Some of you have been waiting for this person, but they're not coming in. They're not doing anything. But I wouldn't be surprised if you've got somebody here who maybe you're making a connection with someone. Could have to do through work. But there's a connection that's been made. And this other person's kind of just, like I say, something happens suddenly. I feel like you got a person, there's unrequited love. Someone who's not telling someone how they feel. They're keeping it to themselves. So someone just keeping all their feelings to themselves. And this is why something is going to end. No, it's new. It's definitely this person. It has to do with making a choice. Someone who comes in right, they start things off right, they build the foundation. They're open, they're emotionally open, available, where another person isn't. They may have feelings, but they're keeping it all to themselves. And it could be the same person, but I really feel this is about choices for the feminine. Looking elsewhere, waiting for somebody, it's coming to fruition. The Empress is the one in control. That's why I feel some of the feminine's the one going to put on the brakes and kind of look at this person that you've been waiting for that's more focused on work. They're not putting a lot of effort into their love life. and they're keeping all their feelings to themselves. It's like they don't want to give something. I don't know, but like I say, it's someone moving slow. Some of you got a couple people, no doubt. But I feel the feminine's the one going to put on the brakes, because you're going to make a connection with this new person. Yeah, this is an energy of someone who comes in right. See, it's about choosing. I feel it's telling you it's about choosing your own battles too. Yeah, okay. It's all about long-term stability. So planning, preparing, somebody who, it's about long-term. It's about feeling safe, secure. But it's all about stability, someone who's stable. So like I say, it's about whether someone's right for someone or not, but it's about someone who comes in right. Some of you are going to just kind of put on the brakes a little and look before you make a decision. It's about what makes you happy, what fulfills you emotionally. If you got a person who focuses more on work, they don't give you any attention, they're more about chasing success, I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah, it's an energy of moving on. And I do see someone moving and relocating too. Or someone selling a home, buying a new home, relocation. But I see positive change coming. See, there's change coming. You may be looking at someone, they're probably never going to change. If you're dealing with someone like that, this is who this person is. Often people show you who they are. You know, they may have feelings, it's unrequited. See, they're holding back. They're focused on their money more than their love life. And it could be someone who's going through a sudden change and maybe feeling, you know, it's time to get this going. But this is crazy. But yeah, I feel for the feminine, it's about justice and balance, harmony, someone who comes in right. It's telling you to look at what fulfills you, what makes you happy. Because it's about two people giving each other what they need, filling each other's cups. See, some of you aren't getting what you want from someone. They're not giving you enough attention. So I feel it's a choice, and it has to do with long-term stability. See, someone's planning, preparing. While this person's planning and preparing, another person's coming in. They're waiting too long, and then a new person comes in. So it's possible this person might decide to just hurry up here. I mean, they could be finding out that someone's new coming in too, so they're freaking out a little bit. So I don't know how it's going to go, but the Empress is the one in control. The Empress is the one in control. This is about whether someone's right for you. It's about whether you should wait a little bit. Because I see someone who has goals. They're ambitious. The goals, what they hope to achieve. See, someone's trying to achieve something, and it could be so they can provide, but I feel like there's someone here who's content the way things are. They don't want anything else. I don't feel like if there's two, one of these people is not somebody who I feel is going to make some kind of commitment. But I see buying, selling homes, moving, relocating. There is something positive coming out of this ending. But it has to do with if somebody comes back around. And some of you, then you've got these two energies. But I do think it's telling you. And I do see people I do see for other people who aren't single. It's about buying, selling a home, moving and relocating, and possible divorce. Something sudden. But if it is the masculine with this King of Cups, see, they're putting on the brakes with somebody else possibly. So it could go that way. So you'll know, because obviously you know who this is. If you don't know who this is, I would have to say, whatever this is, it's going to come in when you least expect it. So yeah, it's all about harmony and balance, being fair. It's all about somebody coming in right. I feel like you got someone here. You might even be having that moment where you realize this person may not be right for you because they drag their feet. They may never change. They're somebody who just focuses on money, their financial foundation. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah. I think you got someone else coming in, somebody who will fill your cup, fill your needs, give you something you want. But this is two people going to come together and give each other what they need. See, when you give someone what you need, it's not effort. This is the thing. It shouldn't be so much work. But yeah, let's have a look at the Ten of Cups. Yeah, see, there's desire, a passionate new beginning. Someone waiting for the one. So I feel some of you are going to you're kind of just waiting for the one. But there is an ending, and now it's going down this path. This person's rising like the phoenix from the ashes. I feel like it's the feminine. Just thinking of getting out, exploring other options, opportunities. But you're going to connect with this person. So what you're expecting to come in could be another person. Because there is a spark, an attraction, a passionate new beginning. See, that's that Three of Wands, waiting for the one. See, some of you, it's like the ship sailing, where you feel like it's just almost too late because they haven't, it's like you're already, I feel like it's yourself sort of starting to move on. You're going through change, how you feel. Yeah. It's all about who's the right one, who's the one. Yeah, and I do see this person wanting to ask someone out. See, dating, courting, someone who comes in right, they take you on a date. See, some of you have a person who they just want to date, and that may never change. I think this is going to be something that's finished. It's done. Because there's new, and when I see the Empress new, it's being open to new. Somebody coming in to ask you out. They are someone who's all full of emotions, love. They're emotionally available. This is often someone who's emotionally unavailable. They may have feelings, but they're not really available. Yeah. Knight of Cups, going on a date. Yep, I feel like you're open to receive confirmation. Yeah, someone is not giving you attention. They may never change. And if they do come back around, it's likely going to be too late. The ship has sailed. And that's why I kind of get this vibe of someone coming back around, needing to hurry up before because this is somebody who often feels they're seeing this Empress energy. I mean, it doesn't mean everyone's an Empress. It's the energy of the birth of something new, being open to new. And that's what I feel is happening, because it's that moment where I feel the feminine puts on the brakes and realizes this is someone who's never going to change. The only person who can, this is something that may have changed you forever. But I feel it's something done, ending. And then this is the Ten of Swords underneath here. The feminine is the one rising like the phoenix from the ashes. The feminine is the one who's gone through a healing and being open to new. Now, this is somebody who's stable, reliable, financially stable. It has to do with the house, a home, long-term stability. So it's all this person here. It's all about this planning and hoping for the best. But I think some of you know you've got a person here who only come back around when they want attention. And if you fill their cup and they never fill your cup, so you never get what you want. And that's why I feel some of you are going to be open to new. And I do see attraction and desire big time here. It's a beautiful, passionate beginning, but it's about choosing the one. Wow. Do take care. And if there is a divorce here where some of you were thinking it's time to end a situation, if you got a person who focuses on work and that they're emotionally unavailable, they could have feelings and never tell you. It's a secret. And it's often someone who does that so they stay in control because they want things their way. People who do that, even if they have feelings, they won't tell the other person how they feel because it's how they stay in control. And that's why I feel some of you are taking your power back from someone. And it is possible they could try to come back around. But I feel some of you are just, I feel with the Empress, you've got this and you already know the answers you're seeking. You know this is someone who's just not the right person. There's another person here who's very positive, happy, high vibrational. See? The Tower, it's where it happens suddenly and you have this massive realization. If you feel like this about this other person, obviously that person's not really the one. But this person, I mean, I like their energy because they come in right. They're going to build the foundation, where this is someone who never built the foundation. It's likely someone who would never commit. But they come in right. They're available. And it could be this person coming in that way. It is very possible. But I feel some of you, because of this Tower, it has to do with change. It's sudden. I see happiness here. Yeah, it's long-term stability, partnering up, thinking things through. But this is someone who does not want someone to get away, and they're going to go for it here. Because this is about love and making choices. So I feel for the feminine choosing. Now, if this is a masculine doing that, making choices, I don't see it though. It doesn't flow. If they don't see you as the one, because we know, Aries, it's either all about you, because you're not interested in someone who's interested in anyone else, that's for sure. That's why I feel this is about two people connecting suddenly. It happens sudden, it's happy. And that moment of realization with the Tower where you put on the brakes and you're finished with someone and you're open to this. See, the feminine's taken back their power. It's finished. Rising like the phoenix from the ashes. See, doing things together, spending time together. I feel like you have someone who doesn't really want to spend a lot of time with you. They don't want to do things with you. Or they only come in when they want attention, you see? This is about filling someone's cup. Stop filling their cup. If you have a person who keeps coming back around, and then, it's like they never change, right? The table's turning. But I feel like it's yourself here. I really feel like you got a person, somebody here who actually wants to spend time with you. They want to be with you. So you have a choice here, I feel. Now, this could be playing out differently for everyone. Timing could be different. But it is about something ending before something new begins. And I do see this change, and I see the tables turning, and that's why I feel the Empress is taking back their power. The Empress is the one putting on the brakes because you got new. And I do see desire and attraction here, a physical attraction. Yeah, this is someone who's emotionally available too. This is the thing. You're attracting what you desire by putting on the brakes with someone who keeps you in this energy of you only hear from them when they want attention, but when you do, they're the ones putting on the brakes, you see? So very, very interesting. But for those of you divorced, I feel somebody's about to make a decision. The Tower moment. So do make sure if you are going through a breakup or a divorce, I see buying, selling homes, moving and relocating, maybe to another location, and having opportunities, do make sure you've taken time to heal, okay, before you start something new. Because you don't want to, it's an energy of not, whatever happened before, not letting it happen again. But I feel very positive change coming for some of you, absolutely. Take care, bye for now.